The Toronto Blue Jays have been playing some good baseball, some really good baseball. They just swept one of the most talented teams that the MLB has to offer, but there's still a lot of question marks. Their offense, their secondary offense, who's it going to come from? When is Vladdy going to get hot? Can Jeff Hoffman be a reliable reliever? The Blue Jays are finally back over 500. But there's far more questions than they have answers at this point of the season. That could be a good thing considering their record and that we haven't seen them at their full potential yet, but it could also be a bad thing because maybe they'll just never get it sorted out. Maybe they're just not that good of a team. Who knows? We'll break it down and much more on this episode of 3 Up, 3 Down. Welcome in, everybody, to 3 Up, 3 Down. I'm your host, Peter Vryonis, and some interesting points of conversation today surrounding the Toronto Blue Jays. Now, they're coming off a sweep of the San Diego Padres. The Padres seem to be sort of in limbo right now, but the Blue Jays are playing some good baseball. They really are, and they're stepping it up. But one massive question mark is Jeff Hoffman, who now has an ERA over 6 on the season. Now, let me preface this, okay? The Blue Jays would not be in the situation that they are in right now without Jeff Hoffman, both for the good and the bad reasons. They're one game over 500, but they don't get through that early portion of the season without the heroics of Hoffman striking out batters in extra innings, just being virtually unhittable and basically the best reliever in baseball over the first couple weeks of the season. Now we fast forward to now, we're about 50 games into the season, 49 games for the Toronto Blue Jays, and Jeff Hoffman has an ERA over 6. He's getting save opportunities, but he's not able to close them out, and he was a reason why the game went to extra innings yesterday. The Blue Jays ultimately won. They won 7-6, but they were up 4-2 in the ninth, and then Jeff Hoffman blew it again. This has been a reoccurring theme that the Blue Jays have had to deal with, but I'm not losing faith. I'm not losing faith in Jeff Hoffman. If I'm a Blue Jays fan, I think there's a bit of arm fatigue going on here, a little bit of overusage early on in the season. I think he's one of the more talented back-end bullpen arms in the league, and the Blue Jays need to trust that. But for a team that is fighting a battle, primarily with themselves, on a daily basis, can they trust a closer to go out there and not get the job done? I don't know. Jimmy Garcia has been lights out, but he had a period where he struggled a little bit after getting so much work. Yariel Rodriguez has been better as of late. Chad Green as well. Like, this team has been getting contributions from a lot of players, but Jeff Hoffman has not been one of them lately, and it's about time that tide changes for the Blue Jays because they need it to. They can't afford to have a black hole for a closer. And I think he will figure it out. These kinds of things happen, right, where you go through slumps and you're not yourself for an extended period of time. I mean, how many fans were saying, oh, wow, what a move by Ross Atkins to get rid of Jordan Romano and then sign Jeff Hoffman. That was a stroke of genius. And now you see Romano, who has really righted the ship as of late, and Jeff Hoffman, who now fans are saying, oh, well, we should have known from the elbow physicals and all that stuff, the failed physicals with the Orioles, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of recency bias that goes around in Major League Baseball, and I think Jeff Hoffman is one of the more talented relievers in the game today. High 90s. He's got a 3-4 pitch mix. It's very impressive what he can do, but he's got to figure it out here. He will figure it out. I have a good feeling about it. So let me know in the comment section down below. Do you still trust Jeff Hoffman to be the closer of the Blue Jays, or should the Jays try to move in a different direction here? Let me know down below, and I will see you all next week.